Stephen A. Smith lambasts George Pickens. Never heard a Pittsburgh Steeler in my life complaining about inclement weather. George Pickens, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, stirred controversy after the team's loss to the Cleveland Browns, attributing the defeat to adverse weather conditions. This explanation didn't sit well with many, especially ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, who criticized the young player's comments. According to Smith, this type of complaint goes against the traditional culture of the Steelers, a team known for playing through extreme weather challenges.
You're a Pittsburgh Steeler.
I've never heard a Steeler complain about the weather. Throughout the history of the team, we've seen them play in the toughest conditions. If you're on a team in Los Angeles or Miami, maybe it makes sense to complain, but in Pittsburgh, where snow is a part of life, it's unacceptable, Smith fired back during First Take. His criticism is even more pointed given the likelihood that, should the Steelers make the playoffs, they will face harsh weather conditions, particularly snow, in cities like Buffalo and Kansas City. Pickens, who grew up in the southern U.S., has limited experience playing in the snow. He played college football in Georgia, where the weather isn't as extreme as in Pittsburgh. However, his comments raised concerns about how the Steelers handle cold weather, an issue that could affect their chances in the playoffs, where the team often faces teams in cities known for their severe winter conditions. Smith also reminded viewers that Pickens had already experienced playing in the snow, having faced the Buffalo Bills in a playoff game during the winter. Despite the heavy snow, the Steelers managed to stay focused and perform well. What Smith questions is Pickens' attitude, suggesting that he shouldn't be using the weather as an excuse, especially when the Steelers' history is filled with overcoming extreme conditions. If you can't beat a team like the Browns, with a 2-8 record, in a snow game, how are you going to win in Kansas City, against the Chiefs, in even harsher conditions? That's what we need to understand, Smith challenged, emphasizing the importance of the Steelers adapting to the weather and not using it as an excuse for losses. The real challenge for Pickens and the Steelers will be learning to cope with the cold and other weather-related adversities, as these factors are practically guaranteed during the winter months in Pittsburgh and throughout the postseason. Ultimately, the Steelers have always been known for their resilience, and this will be the time to show their mental toughness and adaptability to any situation they face. Now, the question is, will the Steelers rise above these challenges, or will they continue to use the weather as an excuse? What's your opinion on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below, discuss the Steelers' mentality, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the team.